Good morning students. We are starting our next video of microorganism. So we are on the concept of useful microorganisms. How microorganisms are useful to us. So next is they are used in medicine also. Microorganisms, they are used in medicines. How they are being used in medicine? Science says some bacteria and some fungi. They are used to produce some antibiotics. Antibiotics is a group of medicines that kill the harmful microorganisms or that kill the disease causing microorganisms. Like you are having a bacterial infection in your throat, you take the antibiotics, paracetamol, something like that when your headache is there. So they all come in the category of antibiotics. So they kill the disease causing microorganisms. So bacteria and fungus, they are used to produce some antibiotics, a kind of medicine. We can take the example of a penicillin. Penicillin is a kind of medicine that is prepared from a kind of bacteria whose name is streptomycin. Streptomycin. So this is the name of a bacteria which is used to prepare the penicillin. Streptomycin is the bacteria that is used to prepare penicillin, and penicillin is a kind of antibiotic. Antibiotic is a medicine which kills the disease causing microorganisms. So it's the first use in the concept of medicine. Second concept is weak virus. The scientists, they use the weak virus to produce to make the vaccination. Like now Covaxin is going on. So what vaccine is there? In what the concept of vaccine is there? Mainly the scientists, they inject the weak virus in our body, and when this weak virus goes inside our body, immune system of our body release the antibodies, and these antibodies, they remain in our body for future also. That means a weak virus gets injected in our body, then the action of immune system begins. The immune system releases the antibodies. These antibodies will remain in our body for the future purpose, and when in the future a strong virus attack our body, these antibodies, they will kill that virus. So they will protect from future attack of the virus. So they will protect us from the future attack of virus. Long immunity is given by these vaccinations. Okay, like that. So we should some antibiotics are prepared with the help of microorganisms. Vaccination concept is going on now these days, that is also based on the microorganisms. And now next concept is agricultural use. What is this agricultural use? Farmer, he grows some kind of crops like moong dal, okay, peas, moong dal, peas, and these moong dal or peas, they are known as the leguminous crops. They come in the category of leguminous crops. Okay, so they come in the category of leguminous crops, and these are known as the root nodules. Okay, and in these root nodules one bacteria lives, a bacteria, and the name of that bacteria is rhizobium. So it is a kind of microorganism. So the task of this rhizobium is to absorb the nitrogen from air. What this rhizobium does, it will absorb the nitrogen from the air and convert it into useful parts. useful form, convert it into useful form. Useful means soluble form, like nitrate. This is also form nitrite and nitrate, and this nitrate and nitrate are given to these crops for their growth. Nitrogen is required by the plant for the production of proteins. So these microorganisms, they are adding to the, means they are mainly responsible for the fertility of the soil or for the growth of the crops, for the betterment growth of the crops. So the main concept is like this. So these are the leguminous crops. Bacteria lives in the root nodules of these crops, and moong dal, peas, they come in the category of leguminous crops. So these microorganisms, they are having a use in the agriculture purpose also. And third use is, last is, suppose farmers, they are rearing animals, and these animals, they are producing the dung cakes, and these dung cakes, the farmer put these dung cake in biogas plant, gobar gas plant. Okay, so this gobar gas plant is having dung cake plus water. He adds water also, and then a bacteria act on the dung cake and release a methane gas, which is used for cooking purposes. So microorganism is also being used in converting this dung cake, means it will, this microorganism will do some kind of chemical reactions on the dung cake, and as a consequence of it, the dung cake will be changed into a gas form, and a gas is being released, which is being used for the cooking purposes, for home purposes. Okay, now what we have done the useful part of microorganisms. Now we will do the harmful part of microorganisms. The topic name is harmful microorganisms. How microorganisms are harmful to us? Mainly they cause the diseases. Okay, they cause diseases also, and they spoil the food also. These main things they are doing. Some microorganisms, they cause the disease, and those are known as the pathogens. What are the pathogens? Pathogens are the microorganisms like virus which cause the disease. Okay, microorganism which cause the diseases. So there, like common cold is also a kind of small disease, na? The common cold can be transferred from an infected person to a healthy person. That with the help of air. So this is an infected person, and it can be easily transferred to the healthy person with the help of air. Okay, so this is a type of communicable disease. So next category of the next concept is communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are those which can spread from an infected person to a healthy person with the help of air, water, food, something, soil also, like this. You can say this is like you can say it means इसमें AIDS is also a type of communicable disease. Okay, you should know. Common cold, cough, tuberculosis, they are all comes in the category of communicable diseases. Malaria, like this. So you should know, with this malaria is caused by a mosquito whose name is Anopheles. Okay, Anopheles, it is the carrier of this the microorganism which causes the malaria. So what is the how we can save ourselves from malaria? Use nets while sleeping at night. So this is one way of protecting ourselves. Use nets while sleeping at home. You can say like that. And next is the chlorella. What is this chlora? Dehydration mainly, loss of water, loose motions will be there. This is caused by a bacteria, and this bacteria is present on the food, and this bacteria is mainly present on the food. So when we add a degraded or spoiled quality food, there is a very much chance we are going to get the chlora. So what is the solution? How we can save ourselves from chlora? We have to maintain neat and cleanliness. Okay, proper cleaning of environment should be there. Proper cleaning of nearby environment. This is the one method. Sanitation should be there. That's why means I'm discussing about the communicable diseases like malaria, cholera, and third is the typhoid. You know, in typhoid we are going to get a lot of fever, a series of cycles of typhoid, and it is also caused by a bacteria. Mainly, how we can avoid the typhoid? We should be having a habit of neat environment around us. There should not be too much dust around our environment in which we are living. And next concept is of tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is a kind of communicable disease in which we are having a cough more than 4 weeks, and it is also caused by a bacteria. Now the government is doing the vaccination of this tuberculosis. Earlier times also it has been already started, so there is no issue with this. And this fifth one is a communicable disease, is common cold, and common cold is caused by a virus, and mainly you should avoid contact with a healthy person. This is the main way of preventing from this cold. Avoid contact with a healthy person. So I'm going to review what we have done today. So with this, then we are going to end our lecture. Mainly we have done how microorganisms they are useful in medicines. We have come across a point where some microorganisms they are used in making the antibiotics, and what I've told you, antibiotics they are killing the microorganisms. Even the vaccination is prepared with the help of the weak virus that will activate our immune system and release the antibodies and prevent our body from the future attack of the harmful microorganism. And microorganisms are also helpful in agriculture in the concept of leguminous crops, where a rhizobium bacteria lives in the root nodules. It will absorb the nitrogen from the air and convert it into nitrite and nitrate and give it to the plant. And next last concept is of gobar gas. In gobar gas, farmers they are placing dung cake, and dung cake will decompose by a bacteria living in that gobar gas plant, and as a result of it a gas will get produced that will be used in the cooking concept. Harmful microorganism concept is pathogens are there. They spoil the food also, they cause the diseases, but pathogens are those microorganisms which are mainly causing the diseases. So microorganisms they are having a capability of causing the diseases also and spoiling our food also. How we can say by there comes a category of communicable diseases, and we are discussing a lot of communicable diseases in the incoming concept. Malaria is also kind of communicable, cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, common cold. So these communicable diseases they spread from an infected person to a healthy person with the help of some air, water or food concept. Malaria is caused by anopheles, and cholera means dehydration. Loose motions will also be there in cholera, is caused by bacteria. Typhoid is also caused by bacteria, and tuberculosis is also caused by bacteria. Common cold is caused by virus. And we have also written some precautions how we can prevent ourselves from such kind of diseases. So this is all for today. If you are having any kind of problem, drop a message in your teacher's personal window. You will get a revert back from the teacher. Thank you. Have a nice day.